Hello and welcome to the third video in my series of 9 insider strategies you can use to buy real estate for no money down in Canada. And actually, we're going to toss in a bonus one, so it's going to end up being 10. So we started at 6 and now we're all the way up to 10. So this is fantastic. Let's get started. So this is strategy number 6B. So we did 6A last time and last the video, and this is strategy 6B. So just an extra one. It's called a marketing and referral agreement strategy, and it's very, very simple. So basically, you work with either an investor or a real estate agent. You help them find a buyer or a seller lead, a friend of yours or a business associate or someone that's interested in buying or selling a piece of real estate. So what you do is you introduce them to the investor who buys the property or the real estate agent who sells the property or finds a buyer for the seller. And basically you take a small percentage of the deal, you take a flat fee, you take a referral fee or arrangement, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. The reason I add this is because I'm now a licensed real estate agent and I'm able to offer this. So I added it into as one of the strategies. Be happy to work out some arrangement with you. There's a lot of legal issues. Some legal issues involved. So you have to chat with a lawyer a bit. But again, I'll introduce you to people to talk to. This is a way to make it a little bit extra money on the side. You can't do it full time. If you want to do that, you have to go into the either get your agency license or do the same thing I'm doing. But if you just want to make a small little fee, mortgage brokers open to this arrangement, insurance brokers, everyone is. So just kind of working together and just making a few extra bucks. So agents out there, make sure you disclose to the buyers, so the buyers have to know that this is taking place. And there's actually brokerage forms available, and it's very common in the real estate industry. So make sure you just get everything writing and everything's done legally. So next strategy number 7, is called sandwich leases. So as you can see, basically there's two parties, and you're going to be in the middle being a sandwich made of money. So let's get through how this actually works. So first off, you find an owner who's interested in selling, but is open to creative terms. Because often they'll have to be staying on title for between 2, 3, even up to 8 years possibly. But what you're going to do is you're going to take over all their problems. You're going to come to them, you're going to give them a fair price, reasonable price offer for their house. You're going to take over all the bill payments. You're going to take over all the risk. You're going to be finding a tenant buyer that's going to take care of their property and buy it in the future. So this is for people, somewhat motivated sellers, but they want a fair price for their property or even higher than market. You can absolutely pay higher than market price for a property using this strategy. The main thing is you want to next get a rent-to-own tenant buyer who's going to be buying that property from you. So they're going to agree to pay you market rent plus additional rent credits on top of that. An extra $2, $3, whatever, $100. CMHC has a program for this, and then plus they're going to give you a deposit and agree to purchase the property at a future date. Could be 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even up to 8 years. So these are very common deals, and they're certainly possible. There's a friend of mine that's done over 400 of these these types of deals as a sandwich lease. But it takes a lot of work. You have to generate lots of tenant buyers before you find the right one. You have to talk to lots of sellers before you find the right one to make the strategy work. So I don't really focus on this one as much as I do the next strategy, which is very similar, but it just has a little bit of a twist on it. So we call this strategy number 8, the down payment provided strategy. So basically, again, we're going to go find a property owner who wants to sell and has equity in their property, and they're open to creative terms as well. So, but this one, you're actually going to be buying it. So you negotiate a 20% down payment. They stay in the deal. They leave in their 20%. You match them with an investor with good credit, and they qualify for an 80% loan-to-value mortgage on that new investment property. So you all then agree to, you can say, for example, split the profits 45, 45, 10. So you're the 10%. You're matching the two parties together. You're organizing the deal. You're doing the management. You get 10%. The person providing the down payment, he provided 20%. He gets 45% of the future profits. The person qualifying for the mortgage, he or she gets 45%. Again, these numbers can be 70, 30, 20, whatever. You can move them whatever you want and whatever you choose to negotiate. So this is how the numbers actually work in a real life deal. So let's say it's a $300,000 purchase price. That's $60,000, 20%, $60,000 down. and rents out for $1,000 a month. So nothing, no money's coming down up front. The seller is providing the down payment. The investor, your joint venture investor partner, is qualifying for the mortgage. We're going to be making a profit of $100 a month positive cash flow. So that's, let's say the expenses are $900. You have $100 left over. And then the property, we're going to hold it for a while. And it's, let's say it goes up on average 3%. So again, the numbers for the last 100 years is about 5. So that's 3%. It's very common appreciation in Canada. So you're making $100, but also $750 a month in appreciation. We wait till it raises to a certain point. Let's say the trigger price is $350,000. The mortgage has been paid down. So we have a net profit of $350 minus $300 plus the additional profit from the mortgage pay down. You've made all the profit cash flow per month. Everything split 45, 45, 10 or 30, 30, 30, whatever you guys work out to, whatever you negotiate, that's the profits are split. But for you, no money, no credit needed whatsoever. So it's a fantastic strategy. It's called down payment provided. And we teach everything in our course. And as we work together, I'll show you all the paperwork required and how to do that. Next off, a very similar deal. It's called a profit sharing agreement. This is when you have a property and you want to get above market pricing for your property. You want to make some extra profit. So this is a club member that put this deal together. And this one, the owner provided a 5% down payment, plus he agreed to do some value-added renovations like new flooring and new paint, etc. So the buyer came in and qualified for a 95% loan-to-value mortgage with CMHC insurance. Everything was disclosed. The lenders were all great with it. The buyer had the down payment, and that came into the project. And then they negotiated a 5-year profit sharing agreement and co-ownership agreement, all legally done by the lawyer. And everyone, and then so he continued to share in percentage profits over the next 5 years. And then the next 5 years, the 95% buyer will be buying him out. So he was able to get, I think he sold this for about $340,000, and then market price on the property was about $320 if it was going to be fire saled. So instead of having to fire sale it and lose $20,000, the owner contributed that extra profit, and then he'll get that paid back plus additional profits. If the new owner comes in and they sell it for a profit in 5 years, he'll be able to get, I think it was working out to 25 to 75 in that particular deal. But again, it's whatever you negotiate. So it's called a down payment provided strategy, and it's very similar to the profit sharing strategy as well. So next up, we've got a lot of other strategies, potentials that work within Canada. There's ideas within short sale, especially in the US as well. There's foreclosure properties. There's subject to deals. That's where the title transfers, you refinance, then the seller gets paid. It's a fantastic deal. I've done over 30 of those. Double closes and how to work that in Canada. So what's called a skip transfer here in BC. Joint ventures, abatements, but be careful. There's a term called cash back. That's when you do a mortgage or refinance and you get cash back. Make sure you talk to the mortgage broker or a mortgage finance specialist at the bank as you're going through that particular strategy. So there is some questions. It has to be very specifically done. So again, you can get some assistance on that. So I look forward to chatting with you shortly. Look forward to the next video and our next series, and for remaining strategies and how to build your take action plan now. So thanks very much and have a great day.